So students, some more cases of inductance and motional EMF we can see. Say I will take the case where magnetic field is not remaining constant and conductor is moving in that magnetic field. To see the motional EMF in the case motional EMF when B is not constant, then how do we see this result? What happens here? This is an infinite long wire carrying current I, and there is a conducting rod of length L. It is moving in the presence of magnetic field of infinite long wire. So this wire will have the magnetic field here. As per the right hand thumb rule, it will be down inside the piece. This will the field lines going inside, correct? And this rod, if it is having the length ends P and Q, and one of the end of the rod is at a distance small a. So what you find the B value, if I am increasing the value of x for any element on the rod, if I take it is at a distance x, what you will find as such, for the dx length there will be some EMF dE. So that value of dE we can easily find. Na? So that value of dE, if I have to see, what I will write, B into V into dx. This is the value of small dE happening here, correct? And if I integrate, we will get the total result here. So this EMF E, B due to infinite long wire at a distance x, it is what? Mu naught over 2 pi I by x. This is the expression of field. The B at a distance x, if I have to see, mu naught by 2 pi I by x into velocity of the rod at that point into dx length. This thing I have to integrate from what the first end is at A, another end is A plus L. Integrate it from A to A plus L. What I will get? E is equal to mu naught I over 2 pi into V integration of dx by x I can write. Okay. Further what will we get? Just see, it is mu naught I over 2 pi into V ln. The value of limit will go from what? A to A plus L. Put the value. So this will be log A minus log B. So ln A plus L. Log A minus log B is log A upon B. This is the result we can get for the induced EMF happened. Correct. Further I can say the value will be what? Mu naught I over 2 pi V ln. What it is? 1 plus L by A. So this result is for the EMF developed across the 2 points PQ. For the rod, it is moving like that. And if I have to see the polarity also, for which end will be positive and negative, so V cross B. V cross B, magnetic force on the rod, so all the positive charges will shift to this side and negative charges to the other side. So this moving rod will behave like a battery with this type of arrangement. Na? So this is the end P and this is the end Q. The P end will be at higher potential. Vp is greater than Vq also we can get. So this way for the EMF, how it is being developed for varying magnetic field. One more interesting case I can take here is the rotational effect in any rod, and where the velocity and the length they are not perpendicular, means velocity, magnetic field and small length of the rod is not perpendicular. Then how do we go? So dE concept, V cross B dot dl. How do we use V cross B dot dl for the EMF? Because a EMF is a scalar quantity, it shall be the dot product of these two. The V cross B dot dl, this thing is there, and this also means it is V cross B into dl into cos theta. Cos theta is the angle between V cross B and dl vector. Now this case, and if I integrate, we will get the full EMF anywhere in any rod arrangement. So let us see that case. I am taking any L-shaped rod. It is the L-shaped rod like this, and this end is point O, this is P, and other end is Q. The PQ rod and they are at 90 degree here, and this OP length is non-conducting. If I say this is non-conducting, OP length is non-conducting, but PQ is conducting. PQ is conducting. Getting it? Now it is moving under the effect of constant magnetic field that is happening here. The constant magnetic field happening. Correct? So actual में EMF will happen only in the length PQ. For the because this is the non-conducting. Say it is the wooden handle. It is the copper rod. PQ is the copper rod, and OP the wooden handle. And if I take some element length here and say its distance from the point P is x and its extension is dx. Correct? So it is rotating about this point O with constant angular velocity omega. I will join this point to here and say its forming angle theta. It is forming angle theta for this point. Its length is L, both are 90 degree, and dx is the length happened here. So what we will see, due to omega happened and this arrangement, the length each part, I say it is L. This part length L, this part is also having length L, L-shaped rod it is. So what I will see, perpendicular to this segment, velocity will happen this way. It is the velocity of the rod, that is omega into x. Omega into x, velocity will happen like this. So what if we have found, say this vector is changing by angle theta. Just see, the r length is changing by angle theta. So perpendicular will also change by angle this theta. This will happen. Now magnetic field is inside. तो आप देखें perpendicular तो इधर आ गया. This angle is theta. तो V cross B will be perpendicular to this. Just see, V cross B is inside. So V cross B, if I go here, that will be perpendicular to the this segment V, and it is this. ये इधर आ जाएगा आपका. It is the length V cross B. तो V cross B का ये length इधर आ गया. Just see, ना. तो V cross B is this. This is the line for V cross B. Line for V cross B. And what next? If it is V cross B और dx length ये है, देखिए, this is the dx length. तो V cross B और dx length के बीच का angle, this will be the theta. This will be the value theta we can find. So if this is theta, so this term will be not exactly theta, it is 90 minus theta. ये angle क्या होगा यहाँ पे? Because this is theta, they are perpendicular, so this value will be 90 minus theta. So this term is 90 minus theta here. ये इसके लिए आप देखेंगे. So DE value of EMF will be V cross B into dx length happening or cos 90 minus theta. This term I have to integrate and get the result. What the EMF I am getting? V is omega, and this term what I will get? The length L dash. This is the L dash length, omega into L dash into B, this dx, and it is sin theta. This term I have to integrate. Now what can I say? This sin theta value is x by L dash. This I can put. L dash is x by sin theta. So I'll get EMF ES omega. L dash is x by L dash value will be x by sin theta into B, and this term is again sin theta into dx. This we have to integrate. So sin theta factor will get cancelled out. Remaining things we can see how they are. EMF in the length PQ of the rod, if you see, what I will get? B omega, sin theta cancel out, integration of x dx. For this length of rod, this value will be B omega into x square by 2. Put the value of x varying from 0 to L. So this term will be B omega into L square by 2. It is the EMF developed in the length PQ. So initially we have seen EMF for the conducting rod arrangement OP, it was B omega L square. Here also it is coming B omega L square by 2. earlier also it was b omega L square by 2. जहाँ की सेम वैल्यू आ रही है, इवन द डिस्टेंस इज इंक्रीजिंग बिकॉज थीटा, दिस टर्म इज कमिंग हियर, जो थीटा फैक्टर आ गया इसने इसको कम कर दिया. Yet even though this is a very good method for finding any small EMF for any element, we can apply and get the result done. Okay, so this is also the case for finding motional EMF and V cross B dot dl. One more interesting case for LR circuit, I can take example for LR circuit. LR circuit, how do we go? This result also we can do. How it happens for the LR circuit. LR circuit example we can take. Now, how do we see this LR circuit arrangement? That term, say it is the arrangement for what we have. It is the resistor, it is the inductor, and it is attached to a battery here, and there is a switch. And suppose I say this arrangement having EMF E is equal to 20 volt, correct, and this resistance is also 20 ohm, and this inductance value, if I say here, it is this inductance L is 10 Henry. 10 Henry is the inductance. So if arrangement is given like this, so we can find out the expression of current flow in the circuit. I will be E by R times 1 minus e to the power minus R by L into T. This is the expression of current flow. The current flow expression is this: E by R 1 minus e to the power minus R by L into T. Correct. This is the term. If I have to see the maximum value of current, the maximum value of current will be E by R only. And if I get that term value here, E is 20 by 20, it is 1 ampere. 1 ampere is the maximum current flowing in the circuit, and this current will be going exponentially. Current in the circuit will be going with time exponentially, we can define. And what it is, it goes like this: exponential current reaches here, na? And this maximum value of current is given as 1 ampere. With the time effect, it is there. And the time constant, if I say time constant tau of this circuit is what it is, tau is L by R, and L by R, if you are putting the value L is your 10 by 20, so 10 by 20, it is half second. Now the value is mentioned here. Now sometime it is asked when the current here in the circuit is, say somewhere the current is getting, maximum current is 10 ampere, at what time the current becomes 1 by 10 ampere. It can get this value. For what value of time this can get, तो ये वैल्यू भी हम लोग फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. हाउ आई विल डू, कि किस समय पे करंट की वैल्यू 1/10 हो जाए. आई विल पुट द वैल्यू करंट एज 1/10 इक्वल टू 1 टाइम्स 1 माइनस ई टू द पावर माइनस आर बाई एल इंटू टी. दिस मैथमेटिक्स वी कैन डू. अब देखो 1 माइनस समथिंग इज 1/10, मतलब दिस वैल्यू विल बी 9/10. ये टर्म हम यहाँ पे क्या देखेंगे, दिस होल एक्सप्रेशन विल बी 9/10 फॉर द करंट गोइंग लाइक दिस. ये चीज हम लोग डायरेक्ट यहाँ पे यूज कर सकते हैं. क्या, ई टू द पावर माइनस आर बाई एल इंटू टी की वैल्यू क्या होगी आपके पास 9/10, बिकॉज 1 माइनस 9/10 इज 1/10. सो आई विल से ई टू द पावर आर बाई एल इंटू टी की वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगी 10/9. इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. माइनस साइन को मैंने शिफ्ट कर दिया. अब आप देखेंगे क्या हो गया, आर बाई एल इंटू टी, दिस इज एल एन 10/9. तो ये वैल्यू आपको यहाँ पर मिल जाएगी. सो आई विल से दैट व्हाट द टाइम हैपनिंग, जब ये वैल्यू रिजल्ट होगा तो टी की वैल्यू क्या होगी, एल बाई आर टाइम्स एल एन ऑफ 10/9. ये वैल्यू तो हम निकाल सकते हैं. एल वैल्यू इज गिवन, इट इज 10 एंड इट इज हाफ ऑफ एल एन 10/9 पे ये रिजल्ट आपको मिलेगा कि एट दिस वैल्यू ऑफ टाइम करंट फ्लो इन द सर्किट इज 1/10. 1/10 करंट फ्लो जग गया. फर्दर आप क्या कर सकते हो, वोल्टेज अक्रॉस रजिस्टर जो आएगा दैट इज 1/10 into voltage across inductor resistor 1 by 10 into resistance was 20 into 20. So it is 2 ohm. तो voltage across inductor क्या आएगा? It is 2 volt, not ohm, it is volt. तो voltage across inductor will be 18 volt. तो voltage across inductor क्या आ गया? 18 volt आ गया. अब वो वैल्यू इवन वी कैन सी L into di by dt से भी कर सकते हैं. The term we have got, and here I am saying e to power minus r by L into t value is 9 by 10. Now here with the loop rule I said the voltage across inductor is 18 volt. Next we can also say that this voltage across inductor is also L times di by dt. Now see what I got. This current I was E by R times 1 minus e to power minus R by L into t. यहाँ से हम फिर से करें. Loop rules I have done, but if I do with the mathematics also I will say. So just see di by dt expression. What I will get? Di by dt is E by R times, ये तो 0 हो गया. It is R by L times e to power minus R by L into t. And this term will be minus, and ये आपका एक और माइनस क्या हो गया? ये प्लस हो गया ना. This value will be plus. So what next I will say? This di by dt into L, it is a voltage. आप L से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे into E by L into e to power minus R by L into t. LL got cancelled. This is the voltage across inductor. तो वैल्यू क्या आ गई? देखिए आपके पास वोल्टेज वॉज 20 और ये वैल्यू क्या आई थी आपके पास? 9 by 10. Do you remember? This value was 9 by 10. So from here also it is getting as 18 volt. So that method formula for finding the voltage, here also we can see L di by dt is also giving the 18 volt. Now we can see the power supply. The power on the inductor is also equal to power on resistor and power by battery. This will also be remaining correct. Anytime the value, this will also be followed. Other thing is that the energy stored on the inductor, that value is maximum energy stored जो होगा, U max energy stored in the inductor will be half L I square. And this maximum current, we know what it will be, E by R. If I put the value, E is 20 and R was also 20. So this current value is what? 1 ampere. 1 ampere is the maximum current that is flowing. L value was mentioned. I can get the maximum value of energy flow. Half of L was 10 and current is 1 chi square. It is 5 joule. 5 joule of energy will be stored here in the circuit. All these results we can find and relate. For the LR circuit, किस समय पे क्या result आता है, all that we can see. Thank you.